Believe it or not, the actual written content on your website can mean the difference between showing up in search engines and getting tons of leads and sales and having almost nobody find your website or buy through it. So let's go ahead and talk about the different aspects of written content, what's important, what you need to look out for, and how to go about crafting unique content for your own website. If you're struggling to get your website to show up at the very top of Google when people are looking for whatever products or services you offer, then there's a good chance it's because of the content. Look, most people don't realize just how important website content really is. See, written content is really the only thing that Google and other search engines can even read and understand. So the more written content you have on your website, the better Google's able to determine what your website's about and therefore what your website should rank for. On top of that, having a lot of high quality content on your website is going to help visitors understand exactly what it is that you do, how you're different from your competitors, and so on. So in this episode, we're going to show you how to take the offers that you crafted in the last episode and use those to craft the content for all of the pages across your entire website. All right, let's get into it.
Now, as we get going here, I just want to point out the correct way versus the incorrect way for creating content for your website. For whatever reason, there's a natural tendency to want to write website content as you're building the website. So some people just start putting pages together in WordPress or Wix or Weebly or some other website builder, and they'll just write the content directly in the content management system. However, this is certainly not the most effective way of writing the content for your website. Instead, what I suggest you do is write all of your content in a Word document or a Google Doc or some other document processor, which will allow you to make sure everything is as it should be before you actually start building the website itself. And even before you write the content, it's important to create outlines for the pages of the website just to make sure that you touch on all the key points on each specific page of your website. This is going to help you ensure that the main keywords for each page are in the correct places. And if you're the type of person that just hates writing, do keep in mind that we do offer to write content for websites. And you can learn more by visiting the link down in the description. But to do this yourself, you just start by pulling up the keyword mapping document that we created in episode number 4. Okay, so I have the keyword mapping document pulled up here. And if you remember, these are all of the pages for the website that we're going to try to rank on Google. So we have them going across the spreadsheet here. So you'll have your home page as well as a bunch of service or product pages as well. So let's start with the home page and then we'll work across from there. So now you're just going to want to pull up the template for the homepage content outline, which you can find at MissoulaSEOgeek.com/SEO-resources. And you'll see that on the homepage, we recommend that you use at least 2,000 words on, basically 2,000 words of content on the homepage. And if you remember at the beginning of this video, we were talking about how Google is actually only able to read the written text on a website. Well, there was a massive study that was done where they looked at over 1 million different web pages online, and they found that pages ranked at the top of the first page of Google had an average of 2,000 words or more on the page. And that's because Google wants to provide its users with full and complete information. They don't want people to have to check out 10 different websites just to find all the information that they're searching for. Instead, Google would prefer to show people a page that's lengthy and touches on all the main key points of a topic. So that way the users get the most complete information when they land on that page from a Google search, and they don't have to go searching through multiple different pages to find what they're looking for. Then for the product and service pages, you'll want to try to shoot for 2,000 words per page as well, but you don't want to just write nonsense to get to that 2,000 word count. So if you feel like you're running out of things to write about, it's better to just keep the page around 1,500 to 1,800 words in length than to try to just stuff a bunch of repetitive content in there that people won't even read anyways. So now the first thing you're going to want to do is take your main term. You can see it says main term here. And we're going to add that in as the very first headline on the home page. So for our example, Chicago dentist, we'll just copy and paste that in here. So that's going to be the first headline on the home page itself. And we do that because the home page is really like a summary of the rest of your website. And so for our example, our whole website is going to be about a Chicago dentist. Whether we're talking about teeth cleaning or cavity fillings or whatever, it's all about dentistry in Chicago, really. So Chicago dentist is our main term. We'll put that as the main headline. And since the homepage is a summary, we're just going to look at the keyword mapping document here, and we're going to go across the top, and we're going to use all of these main terms for the different pages as the actual sections of the homepage going down the page here. So let's grab the second title here. So after Chicago dentist, we've got teeth whitening. We'll paste that in. And then dental implants. And so on and so forth. We'll just keep doing that until we've added all of the titles from here onto this template here. Okay, so we have all of the headlines here added into the outline. So we're going to have Chicago dentist as the first section, then teeth whitening, then dental implants, teeth cleaning, dental fillings, dental x-rays, and then there's a couple extra sections here. We can either just get rid of these sections and write more content for these sections, or you can add in some additional content here. So that's what we've gone ahead and done, is we've switched this out with why work with us, how we can help, and about us. And then the very last one is going to be a call to action, get started today. So if people read to the very bottom of the page, then there's a call to action for them to get started working with you. And you'll notice under each of these there's a description of what should go in this section. So it says expand upon what you think the audience or readers would want to know if they were searching for this topic online. So if they're looking for a Chicago dentist, what they're going to be looking for is, what are they going to get out of working with this Chicago dentist? How are they going to benefit? How might it improve their life? So in this section, we want to basically explain what people are going to get from working with our Chicago dentist here, right? And then teeth whitening, how people are going to benefit from teeth whitening with our Chicago dentist, and the same thing for the rest of these sections. So just stay focused on what the reader or end user is actually going to get from working with your company. And then at the very bottom here, this is where we add in the keywords that we're going to sprinkle into the page content here. So all you do is go to the home page, copy these keywords here, and then I just do paste without formatting, and then that pastes all those in. So now we know exactly what needs to be done for this page. We've got an outline. Now you just need to go ahead and write all the content for each of these sections. But before you do that, I would suggest creating these outlines for the rest of the pages on your website as well. Okay, so we have the product/service page outline template opened up here, which again you can get at MissoulaSEOgeek.com/SEO-resources. And once you have this pulled up, we're going to do something very similar like what we did with the home page, where we're going to take the keywords from this section and use those for the headlines going down the teeth whitening page. So the first page we're going to do is teeth whitening. So you can just even replace this. So teeth whitening page. And then the very first headline is going to be that main term. So teeth whitening. So since this is actually a local business, you can actually add in the location indicator as well. So instead of just having just plain teeth whitening, it would be teeth whitening in Chicago, Illinois. If you do serve people across the country or across the world, then you can just leave this part off. And then we need to grab a headline for this second section here. So what we'll do is we'll come back to this spreadsheet here, And we'll start looking at these different terms and see which ones make the most sense as far as what relates to our business. So best teeth whitening could be the second headline. And then you could talk about, in that section, we would talk about the different types of teeth whitening and which ones are the best and the benefits of each type. And then just go ahead and add a color so that you know that that one's already been used. And then white teeth. And we can also add to these as well. So we could say something like enjoy white teeth instead of just white teeth. So we still have the keyword in there, and then we just added a very small addition so that it makes a lot of sense when people are reading that page. And then we'll grab the next headline, teeth whitening cost. And we'll just keep doing that until we've gone through and added enough of these terms to fill out these different headline sections. Okay, so we finished adding in all of the headlines here using the different keywords from this column, so you can see these different terms that we used. And now those are the headlines going down the page here. So enjoy white teeth, teeth whitening cost, teeth bleaching, laser teeth whitening, advantages of professional teeth whitening, most cost-effective teeth whitening. So you kind of get the idea. We're really trying to touch on all of the key points about teeth whitening on this page, which is going to help when people get there. They're going to find the information they need, and then it's also going to give Google the information it needs to know that this page should be ranking for teeth whitening. And then again, we're going to add in the keywords here. So just go ahead and copy these over, paste without formatting, and then we're going to sprinkle these keywords into the content as we go through and write each of these sections out. So that's it for the teeth whitening outline. Then the next step would be to go ahead and do the same thing for dental implants, teeth cleaning, dental fillings, dental x-rays, until we're done with all of the service pages that we've created through the keyword mapping document. Then it's just a matter of going through and writing out all of the content for each of these sections that you've already established, and then sprinkle these keywords in as you go along. And the end result will be content for each page of your website that's 2,000 words in length, that has all of the main terms people will be looking for, and is focused on how the business will help the end user. So you'll have that content for your service pages as well as for your home page and the rest of the pages on your website.
Hey, thanks so much for sticking around to the end of this episode. I hope that you got a lot of value out of it. If you did enjoy this episode, then make sure to tune in to the next episode where we're actually going to show you how to take all of the content that you created from today's episode and use that to develop a website that's going to not only rank in search engines, but then also take all of that traffic and convert it into leads and sales for your business. All right, I look forward to seeing you on the next episode.